everyone, my name is GhostOPTC, and in today's video, I'm going to take my first ever team I've built myself into Heavenly Demon 2 and Ace Yamato with a hybrid Straw Hats captain just destroys this content. So obviously we're going to be using a Straw Hats, and let's go through the team composition. So for our captain spot, we're going to be using Ace and Yamato, the new anniversary unit. They've got a really good captain effect, resist special bind, which is good, really strong special attack. The switch is insane, which is really good for this content because you need a chain lock on certain stages. And because they're a strength unit, they have a lot of type advantage, which is really good. And of course, the special just cracked once again. Next up, we have this Kizuna rare recruit Brook. I pulled him off my 30 gem multi on this recent Kizuna banner. He is pretty good with the Mach Vice, Senior Pink, and I forgot the guy's name, because he removes 5 turns of damage reduction and gives us a chain boost, which is really good, and he gives us some matching slots, but we'll cover that in a second. So yeah, pretty good unit, again, strength character, so has type advantage against the enemy, so pretty nice. Next up is Bon Clay. Bon Clay is the TM exclusive legend. He has a really unique special that changes type and class, which is really good. And he can change our block slots into recovery. Well, all our slots into recovery. And a base stat boost. But we're going to be using this against the Caesar stage to get around those block slots. And with the support of Ivankov on him, which will touch to Luffy, Bon Clay, or Inazuma, it'll remove all turns of poison. So we can one turn the Caesar stage and blitz through it. Next up after that, we have the Summer VV legend. This character we're going to use on the final stage because they can change our slots, including block, which we get block slots into matching, give us an orb boost, and just lock our slots, which is nice. Plus they're a strength character, so again, more type advantage. And lastly, we have Nami and Robin. They have a really unique crewmate ability to resist 1 ton of paralysis, which is really good for this content and really needed. So without that, this team wouldn't work. Plus, they have a special give us an orb boost, damage, and some utility. But we really only use that for when we lack damage, which is on the Pika stage. But overall, it's pretty nice. And they do have the carrot support. I just pulled this support on the new support banner, so I wanted to test out this team. And like usual, stats and carrot support make content easy, so it does make sense why they could beat this. But it was interesting for me to go on this journey of being able to build a team. And of course, we're going to be using the Oral Jackson because our entire team is free spirit. And it'll give us some matching slots, healing, and it'll boost our free spirit and slide phase. And with all that said, those are the supports. Most of them are stat boost except Ivankov and the carrot support. But just to show you guys, we have every slot that is usually going to appear matching because we have strength matching, dex and int matching, and we have quick matching, and with the ship, recovery, and tandem. Well, Bon Clay also makes recovery. And because Psi and int and recovery barely appear, we pretty much always have a full board of matching slots, which is pretty nice. But with that being said, let's jump right into the content. So, just covering the strats, you don't need a limit break expanded, final tab level 5, we don't even hit with them on the final stage. So, just go for the best you can and use the best that's available to you. Obviously, I have a rainbowed one, so go for the best you could find. If you can get a rainbowed level 5 strats, it's not needed, but it helps out a lot. So just get the best of what you can, and don't stress if you don't get a rainbowed one like I got. But with that being said, those are supports, this is the team, and once again, let's dive straight into the piece of content. So on this first stage, we're going to be encountered by 2 penguins with a 10-hit barrier, 2 cannoneer guys, and a turtle. So there's a certain way we can kill the penguins and kill one of the cannoneers, where because the Brook and the Luffy have a 6-hit combo, we can take out one of the turtles in 2 hits. So that's how we hit. And after that, you want to, I messed up on my targeting here, but you want to, after you kill both penguins, you want to kill one of the cannoneers, and that way you're taking less damage, but Yamato has 20% damage reduction, so you're not taking that much damage either way. After that, you can just kill the turtle and the buccaneer and well, cannoneer, it doesn't really matter. We do switch with Nami and Robin to get into the Robin, but we're never going to switch with them again. We purely do that because you really want int characters in this content, like Sugar, Senior Pink, Monet that's coming up next stage. So we're going to switch into them to have type advantage. And this stage we can just take out, it's easy obviously. So now we're at the Monet stage. She has a 2 perfect barrier, and int character, and she's gonna bind all our crewmates for 4 turns. After sockets, it goes down to 1. However, with Ace and Yamato's captain, they resist 10 turns of bind, so we don't have to worry about that at all. And with that, we're just gonna switch with our Strats and our Ace Yamato, because on the next stage, there's a Dex character, so we want as much type advantage as possible. And with this, we're gonna hit last with our Nami and Robin, and I'll hit in my ideal order, and you guys hit in your ideal order, and it's easy kill against Monet with just a chain boundary and really strong captain effects. Yeah, let's get it started. Now here I did attack with Bon Clay, which is not ideal. I attacked in a weird order, so I guess it's not my ideal order. But here we are against Virgo. Virgo has a HP barrier, and he's gonna cut her HP by like 90%. I don't know what the exact amount is, but he's going to put up 2 turns of defense up. So carrot support will get around the defense up. We're going to switch our strength characters to get a chain boundary and just some matching slots. We're going to hit first with our Nami Robin, and then attack in our actual ideal order against a strength character. And just like that, with no buff other than the chain boundary, we can easily take out Virgo. But now we're here, where the Bon Clay is going to shine against Caesar. Caesar's gonna change all of the slots to block, gives 5 turns of special bind, and 1 turn of paralysis, as well as poison. Event Cup support removes the poison. Nami and Robin's crewmate effect removes the 1 turn of paralysis. Yamato and Ace resist special bind in their captain effect, and now we're gonna be able to use Bon Clay. We're gonna change him into a quick character. That way we have type effectiveness against the Caesar, obviously, and we'll switch with our characters because on the next turn, we have Pika to fight, who's a Dex character. And so obviously we're switching into a quick character to beat Caesar, Diamante, as well as Treble. And just like that, we're just going to attack. And it's not that ideal of an order, but right, it doesn't matter because we're able to get around all this, and we only have to use 1 special. And here he gives us 2 turns of paralysis. Nami and Robin resist 1, and we just move on to get rid of the next one. Pika is a Dex character who puts up 2 turns of defense and gives us chain coefficient reduction. You need to leave this stage with a chain lock, otherwise he gives you a 99 turn 1.1 times chain lock, which is why the Ace Yamato switch is so good, because usually you'd bring Vivi Rebecca for that. But on this turn, again, we're just going to hit with our Nami and Robin, and we're going to be able to take out the defense. Now we can't take him out in 1 turn, however, we'll do our bigger burst turn on the next turn after. But obviously, touching more on the switch effect of Ace Yamato, they give us a burn and a chain boundary, as well as themselves a matching slot. So it's really good for this piece of content, just for this stage as well, just for that chain lock. And you can see here, our damage is not even 50%. So what we're going to do is, like I said, we will use the Nami and Robin special here because we are short on damage output. And obviously we have a full board of matching slots like usual. And we have to switch with Ace and Yamato again, just because if we don't leave this stage with a chain lock, obviously, then we will lose. And since there's no defense up, we can just attack regularly in a good order. And we finish it off with Vivi. Next up, we have Sugar and Treble. Sugar is Psy, Treble is Strength. They're gonna give us a full board of Dex Orb, slot bind our left slide, and make Dex Orbs unbeneficial. Now we don't have slot bind complete, and they give us 1 turn of paralysis. Sorry. So we don't have slot bind completely on our Vivi and our Nami Robin. What we can do here is we're gonna super switch with our Luffy and the Straw Hats, make them a Dex character. We're going to use their special for an attack, orb, chain boost, and color affinity boost, plus a full board of rainbow slots which are counted as beneficial. And with that, we can just easily destroy this stage, even with 2 units slot-minded. And we still had 2 units to spare. So on this stage, we have Malkvice, Senior Pink, and Gladius, that's his name. So on this turn, Senior Pink puts up a counter. They put up 5 turns of damage, not damage threshold, damage reduction, and then they give us 1 turn of paralysis and lock our slots. Now you're not allowed to do Orb Nip on this turn, but what we're gonna do is, like we said before, we're gonna use the Brook special. And when we use that Brook special, he's gonna remove the damage reduction and give us a chain boost, as well as making some orbs matching. So from here, we're gonna attack in not the most ideal order. I do mess up. I can kill Senior Pink. However, I mess up the order I attack in, and so it becomes less ideal. If you hit with, like, if you hit better, or you have your Nami Robin not slot binded, you can take out Senior Pink. However, I messed up my order, but just note that you can take out Senior Pink. And on the next turn, it'll target lock us, but that really doesn't matter. And we're just gonna take him out and not do too much damage to Gladius. Otherwise, he'll start. Because if we get him below 70%, he gives us paralysis for 50 turns, and we can't get around that, obviously. But obviously, Senior Pink's dead, and I don't feel like re-recording this. But you can take out Senior Pink in the first turn. I just, like, if you attack with Straw Hats, then your strength characters, and finish it off with a remaining strength character, Bonkley, and Nami Robin on Senior Pink. I know I'm like telling you guys how to attack. You got this. You probably have Nami Robin slot bind. It's just my characters aren't usually rainbowed or limit break expanded, stuff like that. But with this, we're going to attack just 1 time. And Senior Pink will give reduced cooldown to our friend captain, and we can tank all those hits from Malkvice because of 20% damage reduction and huge HP pool. Now, at one point, Malkvice will say on the next turn after this, actually, he is going to say, well, after he attacks us, he says, I'll clean this up. This is where we have to kill him with no buffs at all, just a dex character and a bunch of strength ones, plus a quick and int character. We can easily take him out without even any buffs. You don't even have the chain boundary. We can just take him out normally. So great showing of Ace and Yamato. Next up on this Diamante stage, he's going to put up end of turn damage, a special bind us for 5 turns. Yamato and Ace get around the special bind, and what we're going to do here is we're going to switch, well, super switch with our Ace and Yamato for better chain boundary and better burn. We don't need on the final stage, and we want our strength characters on the final stage. And with that and our quick Bon Clay, we're easily able to take him out in 1 turn, even though we have 2 dex units. And just like that, we're on the final boss stage. So of course there's 2 Dofis, both dex characters, who put up immunity to poison and delay, and they're gonna put up 2 turns of defense up and change our slots into block slots. So what we're gonna do here is we're going to switch with our Ace Yamato to give a chain boundary and a burn, and obviously that works well with their special. So we switch, and we're gonna use their special. We're gonna get an attack boost, makes perfect much easier hit, and a conditional boost against burn. Then from there, I'm gonna switch with the Straw Hats to make them our strength unit. Use VV special to get a full board of matching slots and an orb boost. And just because we don't want a quick unit, we can use Bon Clay to turn him into a strength unit. So we have a full, super effective team, excluding Nami Robin, and they're gonna hit first to remove that defense up. And with that, we don't even get the hit with Ace Yamato. We just do so much damage. We had 3 units to spare. That's how much damage this team does on the final boss stage. So when I say they destroy this piece of content, they pretty much destroy this piece of content. But that's gonna wrap it up for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.